Hi, my name is Jessica Bucher.
My name is Caleb Smith.
My name is Vanessa Bradfield. I'm a senior this year and my major is elementary education with middle grades math.
Marketing major and a graphic design major.
So being able to have energy and to stay motivated and just even able to complete all the things I have to do is super important.
Energy is something that I depend on to get through the day.
Whether that's school or skating practice or just different things like that, just having that kind of strength and honestly motivation just to get through.
Staying motivated when I'm tired is really hard.
I can definitely think of a time recently where I had to push through exhaustion. I pulled 3 back-to-back all-nighters.
I was just feeling so tired and exhausted.
My natural tendency is to just kind of, like thug it out and just kind of keep pushing through, but sometimes it gets to the point where like I need to do something different if I want to actually be able to make it through.
A lot of the time, I love a good old Celsius.
I stay motivated when I'm tired or overwhelmed just by remembering the goals and the different things that I need to get done and just what the reward at the end of the day is going to be.
A productive day for me looks like, on average, I'd say getting up around 7 a.m.
Just getting all of my goals done.
Ideally, I go to all my classes.
Making sure I'm at practice on time or talking to different people that I need to talk to.
And then hitting the ground running, so getting to school early. A lot of my classes are later in the day, but a lot of my things are project-based, so I like to take a lot of time on my own to work on those things.
And so having a Celsius on hand really helped me give the energy to make it through, because otherwise I would have been passed out.
Anyone who knows me knows I have countless to-do lists actually on various sticky notes, and so I can be very frazzled at times while being organized, and so just making sure I check all of those off.
As long as most of the check boxes are clicked on my day, that's a productive day for me.
Schoolwork is usually top priority for me, but I really value being able to exercise.
Definitely need energy in order to get through all the practices and the long days that come with it. So.
And there have been a couple times where I'd be like, oh, I'll just skip exercising so I can get my schoolwork done. I actually found that I was less productive in actually setting aside time to, work out or go for a run or go rock climbing or things like that. Actually helps me be more productive by giving a chance to get out the stress and let my brain reset.
With my activities, I'm on the school's advertising team, and that's kind of my main extracurricular, if you will. But a lot of that, I have friends in other classes, and so there's a lot of overlap.
The way I balance everything going on is honestly a calendar. Calendars keep me so put together and just accountable for the different things that I have going on. I schedule every single class. I get notifications, whether it's an hour before and 30 minutes before. It keeps me in line and it keeps me knowing what I'm doing.
I would say that I definitely have had times where I've had to take a step back and realize that I was doing too much.
I feel like I'm doing too much.
Oh, all the time.
But I kind of just push through.
Burnout and I are close friends, so I feel like I have definitely had moments where I've had to just take that step back.
I always feel like I'm doing too much, and I feel like that's part of just being at school and being a student athlete is just you have to know how to plan out your time and you have to know that you can't stretch yourself thin.
If I have to take a break from something, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Sometimes it is as drastic as having to withdraw from a class, but just recognizing that and putting my health above that, I think, is also a mature way to go about it.
The way that I honestly handle that is I just make sure that I take time for me and I take time for just to spend time building myself back up and letting other people pour into me too. That way it's just not always pouring out of an empty cup into other people and different things like that. Your relationship with yourself is so important.
Sometimes after a workout, I'll feel refreshed or spending time with friends and getting a time to actually not just focus on the grind, but actually get a chance to, enjoy life.
I feel like a lot of the times if I don't schedule different things for like having other people around me, I just kind of wallow in myself and the energy gets low. Also just making sure I go to bed early.
When I feel like I've hit a wall, I just kind of have to remind myself of what my end goal is and what I'm doing everything for. So a lot of the time, like I've said, it's a lot of late nights and project-based work. But if I just remind myself of what my end goal is in relation to going through all of that, then I feel like I can get through any wall.
If I know I've hit a wall, I just really have to remember the reason why I'm doing it, and that ultimately just pushes me through. So
Having energy from an external source is sometimes the determining factor on when I'm like feeling really tired.
We have physical energy, you have mental energy, but I feel like you can be physically impacted by your mental state.
It definitely can change your energy level, just your mindset of if you're negative or different things like that, you're gonna like just bring yourself down. But if you're positive and you're like, you know what, I can get through this, I can have energy throughout my day, I can get all the things that I need to get done. Like positive self-talk is such a big thing that it's just really important. And if you're negatively talking to yourself, honestly, you're setting yourself up for failure.
I think mindset is one of the biggest factors when it comes to your energy level, because honestly, if you're mentally exhausted, that's eventually going to lead into you being physically exhausted. So if you go in with a positive mindset, even if you're physically exhausted, you can make it through.
But at the end of the day, there's only so much that you can do from a mental perspective if you've just been drained from like pushing all day long. You need either rest or caffeine or something that external that's gonna help with the physical side of things.
Having energy definitely impacts the way that I act in relation to my classes, in relation to sports, activities, anything like that. I would say just because without energy, you're just not gonna put your best foot forward, you're not gonna produce your best work.
There's only so much mindset can do before that the physical side is less like, yeah, no, you're cooked.
I think people definitely underestimate how much energy you need for success.
Whether that's sports or whether that's school or whatever else there is, it's really important to actually have energy.
Energy is so big for skating. Being able to have the power to get through, especially when we have really long practices and different things like that. If you don't have energy, you're not doing it. And honestly, it affects the rest of the team too. If you don't have enough energy to get through.
You need either rest or caffeine or something that external that's gonna help with the physical side of things instead of just trying to push it through sheer willpower.
My favorite Celsius flavor is the watermelon flavor. It just tastes really good, and it also kind of reminds me of the summertime, and so even in the winter, pop of watermelon Celsius, I'm like,
Ooh, my favorite one is the Arctic flavor. I love the Arctic flavor so much.
My favorite Celsius flavor is probably the orange one. It was the first one I ever had, and I don't know, I guess I'm just loyal to it.
I tried it for the first time like a few weeks ago, and it was so good. It was kind of berry, it was kind of something else. It was just really good.
Celsius helps support my goals and performance just based off of the fact that it really does help me get that extra energy boost that I need.
Being able to have a Celsius is something that allows me to find that energy and to be able to do everything that I'm trying to do in a day.
It definitely helps just being able to stay in the moment and not think about just how tired life can be.
And so Celsius kind of steps in as like a supporter to provide that. There's like a lot of things I would have never gotten done if I didn't open a Celsius.